No, I didn't realise how crucial the breather is on a TCB. Apparently it's very, very crucial. So they often, you rebuild them?
Yeah, what we do, you get a kit and basically we cut across this little seal here. It's like a clamp that holds the two pieces together.
Yeah.
And inside there's a bunch of little rubber seals and a kind of like a one-way breather valve to let the pressure in the crankcase out and through this little hose, which then goes back through the airbox.
Yeah.
And I assume it gets reburned through normal intake stream.
But you have to cut it open, do you?
Yes, in instructions it says you use this grinder and you kind of cut away at this bit and then you cut around it and you kind of pull and twist the two parts separately and then hopefully it should all come out fairly nice and see what the condition of it is like inside.
He's rebuilding the TCV oil breather. So what have you been up to, Jen?
Well, normally this has a lip on it that gets folded over the top, which holds it all together. But of course, you can't get them apart. So what you have to do is get a sander or an angle grinder, cut that lip off, and then that allows you to separate it all. And then strip it all down, take all these bits apart. And then now we're ready to replace all the seals inside. Yep.
And these are all the rubber kits to actually repair it so the engine will breathe. So, Mr. Sattler, how are you getting on?
That way. So cable tie on, and I've replicated the length of the original broken bit, so it's got the right tension. So absolutely perfect now. All fine.
Perfection.
Perfection in cable tie.
I would only expect that from a maths teacher.
So cover back on, done.
So what's going on at the front? Jacob's doing a fuel pump. Mr. Smith is putting the bracket on for the accelerator cable.
Yes.
Yeah. Then we got to put the coil on, electronic ignition, put headlights in. Richard's fixed a problem with the wiper motor. That's going back in. So I think Mr. Smith's next job after doing that is putting the headlights in. So we get some lights.
Yeah, refurbished headlights.
Wire up these bad boys.
So on this model of 2CV, you've got the quite small rear light clusters, but they are just rear lights. These are repro lenses, and in the inside part that's clear, which acts as a number plate light shining in. So for indicators, they're up here, which is really cool. You can see this is one of the original units, but I think when I got the car, it was broken. It was missing the front portion. So Club Cassis do repros of these and of those taillights as well. So I'm just going to take this off and have a look and just see what the guts of this one is like. And I'll probably keep the other side, which isn't broken, as a spare. So we're going to have a look at that in case we keep the original guts or we go with the repro guts.
Scrub them.
Joe's on the exhaust.
Yep, boom, boom.
All the wiring looks a mess, but it's basically done for the front. We just do the wiring for the back.
Now the only downside to the indicators being up here is that modern motorists are not looking up here for indicators. So whereas we've added those extras on the front that someone had put the wiring in for at some point, we might put some indicators, aftermarket ones, down there somewhere. Some discrete little LEDs. This has also had a third brake light put on it. For that reason, people aren't expecting to see brake lights up here. So actually, it doesn't look too bad. We'll pop it off and have a closer look. It doesn't look too bad, and I'll give it a clean up around there because obviously I'll get the most of the loose algae and dried algae and stuff off like there. It's actually time to put the steering wheel back on and reconnect the column. So we've been storing it very carefully because it's quite a rare wheel now. And I can't stand stuff getting damaged when it's off the car. I have the experience of that. So once we get that on, Jacob's done the tracking of the car, so the wheels are pretty much dead straight. So as long as we put the wheel on completely straight, it should be aligned. And then make sure the rubber is put in place there where the column goes through the floor, so you don't get water coming in and mud. Rightio. Right, time to put the steering wheel in and make sure that the wheel is lined up. There's a rubber at the bottom where the column goes through the body onto the chassis. Pretty level from where I'm. Now is that? We'll get that grommet fitted properly once it's pinched up. So it's got like a clamp, like a pinch bolt, isn't it? Yeah.
You bloody muppet.
So we think it's ready to fire up. Just a preliminary fire up. Air cleaner's not on it, fan belt's not on it, and the fan's not on it. But just to start it and check, we've primed the fuel system, put new petrol in it, ignition's on. Yeah, exhaust is on. So the ignition is on, the key is turned here. So when I pull that back, there's no cables attached, and the throttle's not attached. I've got to do it manually. I think it will go. He says. Just double check. Everyone ready? Yeah. Sounds alright, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Give it up, that boy thing.
That's perfect. Right, so fit hood.
No.
Speedo cable.
Gearbox ends in.
Hang on.
No, wait.
Let's
What?
steering clamp on column.
We did that, yeah.
We have done that.
Still with that bad out.
Finish fitting seat covers. No. Flip bumper.
Yeah.
Yes. Remove rear brake light.
No. Still there, I can see it.
Retort wheel nuts.
No.
No. Fit seat runners. No.
Yes.
Exhaust. Yes.
That's
Exhaust. You've done that. Repair fit A panels.
No.
Soundproofing. No. New lights.
Yeah.
Yes.
Tick.
Yellow.
Yeah. And the rear ones are pretty much there. Fit window.
No.
Buttons.
Window buttons.
Yeah, the top
Clips.
catches.
Oh yeah. Fit high level side lights. Sort
50.
of
Got the
50%.
covers to go.
I'll sort of go 50%. It's
52, I reckon.
52%. Seatbelts, no.
No.
Now wiring is something that we've done a lot of
Yeah.
this weekend. It doesn't look it, but we've done a lot of critical stuff. So indicators, yes. Headlights switch,
Yeah.
yes. I can't read that.
Location 4.
I don't remember
It's working. We have
warning
found a
lights
piece.
work, but we haven't got the location
No.
bit. So cross by that, tick by that. Lights,
Yeah.
just yes. Fit rear indicators. Well, they're high up and they sort of.
Maybe another 50%.
Okay. I think.
I call that a
Well,
win.
there are other things that we haven't written on here that we've
Yeah.
done.
Yes,
So
quite.
new fan belt, fan back on, for example.
I think you should write it on, then
Right.
cross it off.
That's a good
So
idea.
we actually-
Brakes.
Yeah.
Brakes.
Yeah,
We have brakes.
Brakes,
Clutch.
clutch.
Working. Cross that off.
Yes.
There we
yes.
go.
Yes.
Fan.
Fan and belt.
Oil breather.
Yes. You've rebuilt the oil breather. It
Rebuilt
took you
the
about
oil
an hour and a half.
Yeah.
Yeah. That which is probably quite fast actually.
Yes, Jordan, it took him an hour and a half the first time he did it.
Ooh.
Yes.
Hey.
Anything else we can congratulate ourselves on?
Got it running, just generally.
Oh yeah, like fuel system
Yeah.
Fuel, yeah.
running. Yes,
Alternator.
fuel pump.
Yeah.
You put a new fuel pump on
Online.
and lines.
Clutch cable.
It's like retrospectively planning.
Yes.
This is self-congratulation. That's what this is.
Look, I spent 2 days of my life doing this. There's not much to show at the moment.
Yeah, clutch cable. Yes.
Fit carburetor. That was yesterday, but
Tracking.
oh yeah,
Tracking.
okay, yeah. Cutty toy, microwave. Oh no, that's the wrong game.
Done.
I replaced the fuse.
heat exchangers.
Yeah, that's part of it. So
Battery cables.
Battery and cables. Yeah.
Bat
Fuse box.
and
Starter went in. We haven't got that.
starter.
yeah, good job of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll tell
Feels
that, innit?
strange writing things in
And then crossing them off straight
Yeah,
away.
but look how better our list looks now.
Yeah.
It looks massive.
There we go.
It looks massive. So yeah, we're doing all right. I think all the things that we've done today are things that are vital, but visually not particularly interesting. I think that's the
Yeah,
that's the
brilliant.
take from this evening. But I'm making sure the wiring is done to a high standard and routed nicely, and all those little things like fuel lines. They're not visually interesting. That's really good, and it started beautifully.
Yeah,
So, okay.
smooth.
Solid progress as as displayed by this piece of cardboard. That's how all the professionals do it. Like in Formula One, they have this at the back of their wheels.
Williams written across the top.
Yeah, when Lewis Hamilton's going by at 100,
Hold it out.
they always do, come in.
They got all Ron Dennis there with a Sharpie.
Yeah, come in, write it bigger on. Yeah, come in.
Cardboard's lighter than plastic, so Ron will like it.
Quite.